And welcome everyone to the Indiana Hoosiers Football Dynasty for College Football 25. This is VDub Productions, and I hope to bring you guys an exciting series to this channel. This is based on your votes from the polls on the YouTube community tab and the X, formerly known as Twitter. In this episode, I will delve into the head coach, the type of playbook he'll be using, as well as I will introduce you to the rosters, including the players I plan to redshirt, followed by the team's schedule, dynasty settings, and concluding with recruiting. And now let's meet our head coach. Head coach Vincent Dubbin will be the man to take the reins for this job. He is a former tight end at San Jose State University. After his playing career ended, he became a graduate assistant at his alma mater. Subsequently, he ended up becoming the head coach of Scottsdale Community College, which was a former franchise gaming series he did streaming wise, who actually coined the term Coach Dubbin, named after yours truly. And then also was featured in a Cyber Dark Wolf series, the Great Lakes University Otters, which the links for both of their channels will be in the description down below. Both of them really good people. If you never watched them, I suggest you do give them their content a watch, as well as subscribe to their channel. However, those were from the old NCAA Football 14 game. Now, since I have this game, I can use this name. I can use my namesake, Vincent Dubbin, as a coach for this series. And now looking at his coaching schemes here, Coach Dubbin will employ a multiple offensive scheme. And then he will also use a 4-3 multiple defensive scheme. Even though you see the pipeline as Kentucky, he will also want to control the states of Indiana, of course, keeping players in Indiana, as well as take over Illinois, Ohio, and Michigan, which those states are home to schools in the Big Ten Conference, with Ohio State University of Illinois, as well as Northwestern, and then also Michigan and Michigan State Universities. Now it's time to take a look at our roster here for the Indiana Hoosiers. As you see, they are a prestige of 2.5 stars. But we're going to see here, we're starting off with the quarterbacks, and we got Curtis Rourke, a redshirt senior from Oakville International. So I believe he's from Canada. He'll be the starting quarterback with the 85 overall, followed by Tyler Cherry, a freshman, as well as sophomore redshirt quarterback Taven Jackson, and then Alberto Mendoza, who's also a freshman quarterback, 68 overall. He is most likely going to be a redshirt candidate for out of the quarterback situation. And now we go to the tailback, halfback situation here, where the starting tailback will be Justice Ellison from Ashburn, Virginia, senior. Kaelon Black, a junior redshirt. Elijah Green, Tyson Lawton, a redshirt senior. Same with Solomon Van Horst. And then you have the freshman Jaleel Hagman, which, by the way, is definitely going to be a redshirt candidate. And it looks like tailback position is going to definitely be a need in recruiting coming up this offseason. Of course, we got nobody in the fullback, but chances are we're probably going to be using like a tight end or something. And now we look at the receiving core here. We have Elijah Surratt, a junior who is the highest rated overall. However, the speed is all right, 88. Catching, he has a 90 catching attribute here. Let's see. Now we go to Donovan McCauley, senior wide receiver, followed by E.J. Williams Jr., another senior redshirt senior, I should say. We have Miles Price, a senior. So it looks like the receiving core is definitely, you see a lot of seniors. Keyshawn Williams. We're definitely going to be looking over at the receiving area as well, heavily recruiting there. Omar Cooper Jr., sophomore redshirt, 78 overall. We got Miles Cross, another senior, as well as Anderson Kobe. And then we have our freshman wide receiver, Charlie Becker, which he's 66 overall right now, but it looks like he can go up. He got good speed, good acceleration. Maybe a year of redshirting will do him pretty good to try to develop him. Now on to the tight ends here, where our senior tight end is only 81 overall. So we do not have really good tight ends right now. Very slow, by the way. I think our fastest, you can see over here, would be Brody Foley, 79, the highest speed. But now we'll look at James Bomba, a junior redshirt out of Bloomington, Indiana. Sam West, he is a freshman, redshirt freshman, so he's still got some time. Let me see here. Trey Walker, I should say, out of Winnetka, Illinois. Let's see. Brody Cosin. Mark Langston, the senior redshirt, and who's not going to see the field, as well as Jackson Miller, who's also not going to see the field. I mean, Langston will going to be riding the bench, but I think Jackson Miller may be a off-season cut with that 57 overall. And look at that speed, acceleration. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be. He's a sophomore. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be on this roster at the end of this year. We go to left tackle. Looks like left tackle we're going to be set for a while. But we still might do some recruiting here, because you can see here we have Carter Smith, 81 overall here. I mean, he has some good pass block at the 82, as you can see here. And then run block is 85, so he's a sophomore, redshirt sophomore, so I think he's going to cut it here. Junior redshirt left tackle is 70 overall. I don't know. He might get cut. Of Cooper Jones. We'll see how it goes with him. Evan Lawrence, 68 overall, and Austin Lebfried. These two might be redshirt. Definitely one of them is going to get redshirt. I'm not sure which one yet. But both of them could possibly be redshirts. On to the left guard, which we're going to have to go look heavily recruiting there, because we have a junior redshirt, Vincent Viacable, who is a 72 overall. Same with Tyler Stevens, who is a senior redshirt, 72 overall. You got freshman Mitch Versting, which, by the way, I could redshirt him, but then that will leave Drew Evans, a third string redshirt sophomore. But I might just still redshirt the freshman over here. Just decide to get him some time to develop. Verstig, anyway, may still have chance to become something here. I said, this is not a talented, even though they're 82 overall, this isn't really too much of a talented roster here, which is probably why Indiana won my vote. Look at center here, and yeah, look at this Jack Greer. He's going to get cut by the end of the first season here. But you know, we got Bray Lynch, sophomore redshirt, 72 overall. I think he could turn into something. Mike Cattage, who's going to definitely be the starter here at 80 overall center. And now we go to right guard. No, we're not talking about the deodorant. We're talking about the offensive line position here. We've got senior redshirt Nick Kidwell, 78 overall. Adamolan Ajani will probably be redshirt at 67 overall. Actually, no, wait a minute. I might make that Matt Carmichael. That's going to be the redshirt freshman out of Des Moines, Iowa. Meanwhile, you got Max Williams, also the other one, 66 overall. We need to keep some of these depths here, so we'll see how it goes. But definitely Carmichael's going to get redshirt. I may consider a Johnny being redshirt too. Who knows? And now we go to the right tackle here, and this is definitely going to be something that we're going to be looking at here. Let me see. Trey Weddig, the redshirt senior, 80 overall. Out of Wisconsin, followed by Jermaine Russell, redshirt sophomore. So we can't redshirt any of these players here, because even Austin Barrett, 69 overall right tackle, 69 overall, very nice. He's a freshman redshirt. As we go to the defensive side of the ball, now we go to left end here. Mikhail Kamara, 80 overall. He's going to be the starting left end. We do have one candidate that we can redshirt, William DePape, however you pronounce his name, 73 overall. But then you also have Chadarius Collins and Vincent Sneed Jr., who will most likely are going to be seeing the field, most likely only because they cannot be redshirt because they're already been redshirted. Now the right end here we have Jacob Magnan Farrar, 78 overall. He's a senior redshirt. He'll be starting. And then we'll have Andrew DePape, also in the right end, 77 overall in this case. So chances are DePape will be more of a right end than he is a left end. Linnell Carr Jr., a senior redshirt, 76 overall. And then we have Daniel Nduke, who is most likely going to be redshirt at 65 overall. He is a freshman, incoming freshman, so give him a chance to develop. Defensive tackle will be, now in the defensive tackle, we have senior defensive tackle CJ West, over 82 overall. He's definitely going to be seeing the field, and we cannot redshirt anybody else because we have a redshirt senior James Carpenter, 77 overall. Marcus Burris Jr., also 77 overall, is a junior redshirt. Sophomore redshirt Robbie Harrison, 71 overall. And we have a redshirt freshman Reggie Wiggins, 71 overall. So none of the defensive tackles are going to be redshirt. And now we look at the left outside linebacker Amari Farrell from Lake City, Florida, sophomore, 70 overall. And even though we have one left outside linebacker, but I think we're going to redshirt him still because he's 60 overall. He's a true freshman, Mario Ladino. So let's, I'm going to probably most likely redshirt him as well. He's a good candidate for it. Middle linebacker, we have Aiden Fisher, 75 overall junior. And then we have Isaiah Jones, 70 overall. He is a sophomore redshirt. Freshman redshirt Randall Shelby, 69 overall. And Caden Turner, a sophomore redshirt, 68 overall. So out of Fayetteville, Arkansas. So unfortunately we can't redshirt anybody in the middle linebacker position. Right outside linebacker Jalen Walker, true senior, 76 overall. Nick Logan, another redshirt senior, 70 overall. And Joshua Rudolph. So we're definitely going to have to be looking at right outside linebackers for recruiting wise coming up this offseason. In which, by the way, recruiting will be in a different video. Cornerbacks wise, we have D'Angelo Pons, who is a sophomore, true sophomore, 87 overall. I don't think we're going to redshirt him anytime soon. Jamari Sharp, a sophomore redshirt, 78 overall. Jameer Johnson, a cornerback out of Pasadena, California. He is a redshirt junior. Keep him out on the field too, as well as senior redshirt Cedarius Doss, 76 overall. JoJo Johnson, 74 overall, redshirt junior. However, we do have three cornerbacks that we can redshirt that are all freshmen. We have Josh Philistine. He is 69 overall. Jaja Boyd. Hey, look at that. He said Jaja Boyd. 67 overall. And then Dontre Henderson, I should say, 64 overall. I think they have potential still to start, become a starter. I think with some development, all three of them most likely are going to be redshirt candidates because we already have about 5 cornerbacks already ahead of them. Free safety now. We have senior redshirt Joshua Sanguinetti. He is a senior redshirt. And then Bryson Bonds, a junior redshirt, 73 overall, which, by the way, we are definitely going to recruit heavy for free safety wise. And then we got strong safety here, senior Sean Asbury II, 79 overall. Nick Toomer, 77 overall, senior redshirt. Terry Jones Jr., another redshirt senior out of Baltimore, 75 overall. DJ Warnell Jr., a senior, 75 overall. And you got a lot of seniors here, so we're definitely going to have to look at free safety as well, or strong safety as well. Because the entire strong safety core is our seniors. And we're looking at the kicker position here. We got senior kicker Derek McCormick. Let me see. He has an 89 kick accuracy, 89 kick power. Definitely going to be for field goals. Maybe Nicholas Radich will probably be, if we had to use him, maybe for kickoff specialists only. And that is your roster here. And the rest of it, we're not going to go look at any more depths for like kick returner, all that stuff. Those are your rosters that we're going to be looking at here. So we're going to redshirt, as I mentioned, we are going to redshirt Mendoza at quarterback position. Halfback position, Hagerman will be the redshirt, the 66 overall true freshman. We got no fullbacks. Wide receiver wise, Becker is going to be the wide receiver that's going to be redshirt. Charlie Becker, a freshman out of Nashville. Tight end, we'll have Brody Kosine out of Davisburg, Michigan. He'll be redshirting at a tight end position. Left tackle, we'll have Liv Reed. I was thinking about maybe Lawrence as well, but who knows what happens injury-wise with Smith or Jones. We're going to need somebody on there. I mean, of course, we could take the red shirts off now. That is an option. We could take the red shirts off of these players, by the way, but as of right now, I think Lawrence needs to, one of the freshmen needs to stay on the chart as a third stringer in case injury does happen in the left tackle position. Left guard position, Verstegen will be redshirting. Center, nobody in center. And Matt Carmichael will be the freshman to be redshirt out of the right guard position. And Johnny, he is actually going in on the depth chart, even as a true freshman, as a second stringer. I decided to keep him up anyway because of him being the backup to Kidwell. Nobody for right tackle. Left in, William DePape, however you pronounce his name. He'll be the red shirt, 73 overall. You already have Collins, that's a redshirt freshman already, and you have a sophomore redshirt of Snead Jr., but even though Snead Jr. is a lower overall than the Pepe going in as a true freshman, I kind of want to try to keep our future, one more year with him with a future. And I thought that was the Pepe, but it happens to be somebody else, maybe his cousin, Andrew DePape. Maybe because he's from Iowa, as the other DePape is from Illinois, so they could just be cousins or something. Meanwhile, you got Daniel Nduke, who I'm going to end up redshirting out of the right end. No way for defensive tackles. I thought about Landino, redshirting Landino, but I'm thinking, okay, you know what? I could always redshirt him at a different time, depending on how things go. I'm definitely looking at left outside linebacker to try to get some more depth here in that position, so I definitely could redshirt Mario Landino at a different time. As for the middle linebackers, nobody's getting red shirt there. Nobody's getting red shirt at any of the linebacker positions. Cornerback positions, all three of the freshmen you see there are getting red shirt. Philistine, Boyd, and Henderson. Nobody for free safety. Strong safety, nobody's getting red shirt. I mean, of course, this is going to be a very heavily recruited position because we're going to have to replace them all. Who knows? We might get an experienced one from the transfer portal. Who knows? Kickers, nobody's going to be able to get redshirt, and I'm not going to redshirt our punter either. So that's just a given right there. And before we look at the schedule right now, I'm going to go over our dynasty settings here. Right now, the skill level is going to be on varsity. It could go up. I can always bump it up to All-American, depending on how things go. I mean, right now, as I played a few of these games, I think I'm a little bit better right now. I'm more comfortable on varsity right now, but I definitely going to challenge myself to put it on All-American as this dynasty goes on. Coach firing, I'm going to keep it on. Coach XP speed setting, I'm putting it on the slowest. Player edit permission, yeah, I'm going to keep the commissioner only. Injuries are on, but I'm going to keep the wear and tear off for this one for right now. 9-minute quarter length, I'm going to have the accelerated clock on because I want to try to get these games done as fast as possible. I do have a full-time job, so that's why I'm keeping the accelerated clock on. Season experience, customized, manual. I'm keeping the auto recruiting off, and I'm using the auto coach progression just because. And now looking at the schedule here, I kept it for most of it except for one opponent here, and that is because we do not have FCS teams, so I decided to choose a different opponent because we don't have the actual FCS teams. And then I don't want to just use the generic FCS teams as a schedule, but we start off with hosting Florida International Memorial Stadium at home. Then we're at Notre Dame, and I chose a road game against the top opponent because the original schedule has Indiana with 8 home games, and one of them, of course, is an FCS opponent, but I've decided, okay, you know what? Why don't I replace the FCS with a actual opponent, and I'm just going to make that a road game. So we're going to be at Notre Dame, number 8 Notre Dame on the preseason schedule. Then we are on the road at UCLA for the first Big Ten conference game and Big Ten newcomer UCLA. So that game will be played at the Rose Bowl. Following week will be Charlotte for our final non-conference game at home. Then we go to Big Ten play, our first Big Ten home game against Maryland. Then at Northwestern. I'm kind of curious to see how Northwestern handled the field over here, as they're playing in a temporary stadium for at least a couple of years, with them working on the new Ryan field. Then we go week 7. That's a bye week. Then week 8 they host Nebraska. Week 9 they host the defending national champion runner-up Washington Huskies, also a newcomer in the Big Ten. Then at Michigan State, you see that wonderful trophy, the brass spittin'. That's going to be a fun trophy to try to play for. And then they host the defending national champion Michigan Wolverines, and the number 9 ranked Michigan Wolverines at Memorial Stadium. Week 12 bye week. Week 13 at Ohio State. And then we have Memorial Stadium hosting the rival Purdue Boilermakers for that keg that you see over there. Then they got the Army-Navy week. And if necessary, if something really goes right, Big Ten championship game at Lucas Oil Stadium. I don't see that happening right now. I'm not that optimistic. Maybe seasons 4 or 5, who knows? All right, everybody. Now we're going to look at the recruiting part. As you see, there are no prospects right away, and there's a reason for that. Number 1, I'm going to be going through the recruiting process, which will be coming up just shortly. And then also number 2, I'll have a recruiting video coming out on Sunday. Exclusively recruiting video before we play the first game of the regular season. And with that, time to see the recruiting process and how I'm going to do things as far as recruiting goes.
The recruiting process goes as following. The first 2 seasons I can only recruit from the state of Indiana or border states, which would be Illinois, Kentucky, Ohio, and Michigan. And also to start off, I can only recruit up to 3-star prospects for the first 2 seasons, and then that will vary as well depending on how well or how bad I've been doing the first couple of seasons. Also, in the first 2 seasons, no new recruits can be added to the board after week 8 of the regular season, meaning that no matter how many games I have played, after the end of week 8, I cannot add anybody to the board. And to also add the challenge to that, if a recruit has a school of a higher prestige ahead of me, and that school offers them a scholarship before I am able to offer, then I must take that recruit player off the board. And that is, of course, for every season that I will be playing through this dynasty to keep continuing to make it a challenge.
And that will do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you are new to this channel, as well as hit the bell icon for notifications for these videos. And don't forget to share this video to help with the algorithm. And also don't forget, I'm still doing the MLB The Show 24 content here, the 2024 MLB season playthrough, and that should be on the division series starting next week. It's been a while since I've been on vacation, and then of course this game came out, so I'm trying to get content for this to come out. But we are in the postseason of my playthrough season, so do go and watch those videos as well. That would be much appreciated. Until then, you guys have a good rest of your day. Peace out, Paisans. Take care. Stay safe, everybody. And we'll see you guys Sunday evening, 6 p.m. Eastern, for the first recruiting video.